I'm going to get rich. I'm going to create the ultimate game. Okay? It's called Silverhead's Trivia. And this is how it works. You answer questions and I decide whether you're right. Okay. This is, for example, okay. What is a boat? Yes or no? Okay? The answer is no. Okay? Well, that's not a very positive way to start out. Let's say the answer is yes. Oh, you feel that energy going up? Okay. The answer is yes, it is a boat. Okay. What is it? A boat. Yes. Who is 69 centimeters tall? That's a smurf. Okay? The three apples tall is 20 centimeters per apple. Those are big apples. Smurfs are in general three apples tall. So, no, okay, it can't be a Smurf. 60, so it's a foot. It's like 2 foot long subs, but end to end. But everyone knows that the foot long sub is actually 8 inches. Okay, so 8 is 16. Okay, times 3 is 40. Okay, that's still not enough. 69 centimeters. We need something else like an elf or like a little troll. Like a troll or a naiad. Okay, one of those forest naiads. Two of those, okay, in a little trench coat. A little doll trench coat. That would add up to 69. So, centimeters. So, that's the answer. Two naiads in a trench coat. Okay, it's trivia night. Okay, what is the opposite of green? Okay, the answer is silver. Silver is the opposite of green. Okay, why? Because silver reflects and green does not. Okay, therefore, it's defined by its negative. Aren't we all? No, 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 I'm defined by my positive. Okay, Silverhead's trivia. What is the best thing I ever ate? Okay, I'll tell you, it's a chocolate mushroom. Yes, the chocolate mushroom is great. So this is what you do to have a fondue. You put something melted in a pot, okay, and then you dip stuff in it with your hands. And as it burns, it burns. See, you have the wonderful sensation of the yummy flavors. And there you get a real dichotomy of like pleasure and pain. And that's what a fondue is all about. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's over here, they've got fondue forks and stuff like that. But where I'm from, you just stick in your hands. But don't do that because you're not an orc. Okay. So, chocolate mushroom. I prefer milk chocolate. Some people prefer dark. They say it's healthier for your heart, but I mean, come on. Okay. What is my favorite television? Okay. I like the 1978 Zenith. It's got a wooden case it comes in, and the remote's fairly standard. It's got the worn-in part where my grandpa's thumb was the whole time. So, what is my favorite rabbit? I would have to say Peter. I'd have to say Peter Rabbit because he's a little scamp, okay? He likes stealing crackers out of Farmer McCracken's crack. So, there's a little scamp for you. But you know what? He's just trying to feed his family, okay? So that's like, if you're trying to feed your family, go steal crackers from a farmer, okay? And you'll be glad you did. What you can do later is when you get crackers, okay, you can return the crackers at the same rate as which you stole them in order to make the return fair to you. Okay, what is my favorite vehicle? I have to say an albatross. Yes, an albatross, you see, it's big enough to carry my weight and you need a mass inverter. You need a mass inverter and some spells. But basically, an albatross is pretty badass looking. When a pirate boat sees you coming over the horizon on an albatross, holy man, they crapola their pantalones. Yeah, that's right. Those were good days. There was a brief time where I was in the 1500s, okay, messing around with pirates, and it was great. Let me tell you, I'd come in on that albatross, and they just either thought I was the best thing since cooked bread, or like the second coming of something really bad. Okay, so they would clutch on to me, or they would shoot cannonballs at my face. Either way, I felt loved and validated as something, which I didn't always get because my boss was okay, it's not his job to be a feeling person, but it's nice to be appreciated. Okay, so send me a kudos. Okay, okay. What is my favorite turkey? I'd have to say the Thanksgiving turkey because it might always get pardoned. Okay. And my favorite bird is, of course, the rocking robin. That's a robin who likes to fuck. That's right. Rock and roll, baby. My red breasted pal. Rockin' Robin. What is my favorite book to read? Oh, that's such a good question. Q&A with Silverhead. My favorite book to read. Gosh, I'd have to say the newspaper. I like to take the newspaper and fold it up. Okay, so what you do is you take the newspaper, you fold it in the middle. Okay, then you turn it around, fold that in the middle so that you've got two folds like this. And then you take the end and you fold that towards the middle. You take the other end, you fold that towards the middle. Okay, and then you undo those folds. Then you fold it down like this, and then you kind of squeeze it together, and then you cut just the middle two folds because it'll look like 1, 2, 3, 4. You cut these two, squeeze it together, and you've made yourself a zine. Okay, that way you can read the news in a. It's like putting shuffle on a playlist. Oh, excuse me. Uh, okay, I had an idea and then I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, Silverhead. Okay. So if you're trying to find me on the interest, on the internet, okay, there's a band called Silverhead. Okay, they're from England. Okay, and they seem pretty decent. You won't find me. Okay, you'll find them. I would like to think in one time they're searching up themselves and they find this. And if that's the case, I want to say kudos to you. I appreciate what you've done. Okay? Maybe we can meet for a coffee sometime and talk. Okay. But in the meantime, I might have to change my name to Silverhead X. Because, you see, here I might just have to be known as Silverhead X. But we'll wait to see who sues me. Okay. Is it going to be the game or is it going to be the band from England? Okay. So, has everyone had their drinks? Let's continue. My favorite book was the newspaper folded into a zine. My favorite shoes? I'd have to say flip-flops. I like flip-flops because when you run, you fall down, scrape up your face real good, and then people are like, oh, and then you get an ice cream. Okay, I also do like boots, though, because when you're climbing up, you need boots. Okay, when you're going up those castle walls, you need, what I really want is those those metal teeth that go into ice when you're walking on glaciers, but I've never got to walk on a glacier, and now it's pretty much too late. It'll be all slushy and about this big. But, I can dare to dream. So, what else do I like? My favorite child. That's such a good question. Would I say Christopher Robin? My favorite child. Macaulay Home Alone? My favorite child. Joey Lawrence? My favorite child. My own? What's my favorite child? The Gingerbread Man. I'd have to say the Gingerbread Man is my favorite kid. Why? Because he's so yummy. So, what is my favorite thing to do on a Sunday afternoon? Afternoon. My favorite thing to do on a Sunday afternoon is to kick back in my hammock and wind it as tight as possible around me so I feel like I'm a little pupa. I'm a pupa, okay? So then I can stay in there nice and cozy, and then when I'm ready to come out, I come and I emerge from my chrysalis like a butterfly. If I could have wings, what kind of wings would they be? Great question. I would like to say bat wings. I think bat wings are just fine. It's a lot of flapping and not a lot of gliding. But I think that's okay because that way I remember where I came from. Okay? I'm not all up there, although a golden eagle wings would be great. They've got a tremendous wingspan and a big dong. So that's great. I would like also a golden eagle wings with the sonar of a bat, with the radar of a bat. Sonar bats are bats that live underwater, okay? And they're messing up the whales right now. They're having a real time. The whales versus the underwater bats are having a real time right now because the underwater bats are like, that's dolphins, but the underwater bats are sending their signals, okay? And then the American submarines are sending their signals, and the whales are sending their signals, and the signals are getting crossed, okay? So, how are we supposed to know who to nuke? Guess what? No one. And maybe that was the whole point. Those little bats are saving us from ourselves. Interesting. Okay, but then Also, how's the whale going to get laid? If nobody can hear their swiping right, they're swiping right. Is it swiping right or swiping left? I don't know. I haven't swiped. Usually, what happens is I lie around in a cave until someone gets frustrated enough with me to be like, "Don't you know I like you, you idiot?" And then I'll be like, "What? Oh, uh, okay." And then I go way too far, way too fast. But it's okay because I want them to like me. Uh, okay, my favorite pizza, mushroom and pie, mushroom and pie pizza. Okay, so get some crust on there, some pie crust, some mushrooms. It's a great thing, and some cheese. Okay, my favorite vegetable, arugula. I'd have to like arugula because it's spicy. Okay, my favorite vegetable is arugula. It's a little spicy thyme. Okay, it's like lettuce but different. Okay, what is my favorite person? Oh, that's such a good question. Is it the Golden Bachelor? I don't think so. What is my favorite person? Is it H.G. Wells? It might be H.G. Wells. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say it's H.G. Wells and not the one that the What's His Head played with Samantha Mamba. Okay? I want the other one. You know what, though? If Guy Pearce, if he were to come to my house, I wouldn't kick him out. So you know what? Why would I deny myself, okay, the opportunity to know Guy Pearce as a person? Why would I do that? Just automatically decide that something's not for me and then therefore deny it. Okay? I'm not ever going to get ahead if I say no to things before they even happen. So yes, my favorite person is H.G. Wells, and it'll be Guy Pearce, who wasn't playing H.G. Wells. He was playing another character. Well, oh, that's I keep. Time Machine was autobiographical. That's what many people don't know. Is that the Time Machine was autobiographical, okay? H.G. Wells went back in time, okay, and he basically just wrote down what he saw, and then he went forward in time and he wrote down what he saw, and then so it's a documentary in many ways. It's a documentary novel. And he went all around the town telling about his Arctic explorations. I'm thinking of Frankenstein's monster. But anyway, my favorite monster, Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Because we're machine and man and we got a little bit of heart. Okay. What is my favorite number? 5. Okay, that's pretty easy. If you want to count by 13s, you do it the following way: 13, 26, 39, 62, 78, 122, 136, 149, 164, 202. Okay, that's how you count by 13s. Except, wait, there was a 2 there, and that's an even number. Okay, back to school. All right. My favorite. This trivia night. This completes trivia night. I think you all win. You're all winners.